are you buying for yourself, or are you buying for rental, or are you buying it to sell in the future? Of course, pwede mo naman i-mix and match yun, pero it helps to be clear what is the purpose. Okay, why is that important? For example, if you're buying for yourself, then lahat ng considerations are all geared towards you, your family, your location, your social movement, everything convenient for you. And if you're buying naman as an investor, it has to be all about your target tenant. And if you're buying naman as an investor, it has to be all about your target tenant. What you don't want to happen is, ayoko yung property na yan, malayo sa bahay namin yan. But there's a strong rental market in that area. Or, ayoko yung property na yan, I'm not familiar. So, are you seeing the difference now?
Yeah.
Enrique, di ba? So, yan. So, I'm gonna share with you the 6 framework to consider, no? There's price, market, growth, supply, budget, and quality. When you buy a property kasi, just like anything else, you don't buy anything above its market value. Yung mahal. When you buy a car, diba, you try to compare na, okay, this brand is ganung price. Uy, value for money. Uy, this car is a Benz. It's a Lexus. Mas mahal siya. Understandable. So, yan yung range. What you don't want to happen is you're buying, let's say, a Toyota at the price of a Lexus. Parang ganon. So, number one is the price. It has to be within a range. What is the meaning of a range when you buy a property? Pwedeng it's at the lower portion of the range, good deal. Pwedeng at the higher portion of the range, still a good deal. Kasi within the range. You just want to be aware na where you are in that range. For example, you're buying a house and lot or you're buying a lote, and then after mo i-gauge, uy, itong presyo na to is at the lower portion of the range. Let's buy it na, baka maunahan pa tayo. Pwede rin, uy, itong lot is at the higher price of the range. But still, I like it because maybe there's a nice view, or it's across a park, or you like the feel of the property. Okay lang din if it's in the top range of the price. What if the price is above the range? Do I buy it? Here's the answer. It is still okay to buy property above the range as long as, number one, you are aware that it's above the range and you are okay with it. We see many properties also sold being in that price point, yung above. Why? The buyer can afford it. I'm okay, I can afford it. Second, I don't have the time to haggle. I want to buy now. And if this is the price, I'm okay with it because I am aware. I know that after 3, 4, 5 years, the price will catch up and it will still be a good buy for me. When you buy a property, you do the comparative analysis. You do this already in buying other things. Diba? Kunwari, you want to buy a laptop. Pwede mo isipin na, hala, I can buy a desktop now with this amount na mas faster and I can have a bigger screen. But I don't have the portability. So balik ako sa laptop. So this kind of comparison, you also do for property. For example, a property is being sold to you for, let's say, 15 million. Now you're gonna think, what can I buy with this 15 million? And pag naisip mo na, wala na talaga. This is what I want. For 15 million, this is what I want. It may not be the cheapest, it may not be perfect, but it's perfect for me. At the end of the day, Jen and guys, the product has to stand out. Diba? Just like any food. Ba't ka bibili ng regular na cake? Kung pwedeng itong special cake na mas masarap. Sell upon turnover, if may buyer and you make good money, why not? I will take this mindset from my stock market friends, diba? Carl, do I sell my ganun at this price? A gain is still a gain. Do you sell or do you rent it out? If you sell, you get cashback. Masarap ang feeling, diba? You go to Glorieta, you go abroad, before you know it, kalahati na lang yung pera mo. If I have the chance, I would prefer to keep it because of passive income. There are two kinds of property buyers. Either you are an investor or you are an end user. If you are an investor, lahat ng criteria has to be for yourself. Kailangan medyo selfish ka. So, kung malapit ba sa family mo, malapit ba sa church mo, malapit ba sa school, sa work, sa comfort zone mo. Everything has to be about you because you are an end user. If you are an investor, everything has to be about your renter. Malapit ba sa potential market ko? May mag-rent ba dyan? At this price point, safe ba dito? So that my renter will want to buy it. Anything that's below market value and it's a good product, it has to be a good product. So, hindi lahat ng pasalo ay good. So, yon. Like, I have friends before na, uy, Carla, mura ko nabili tong property na to. Fixer-upper, aayusin ko to. After 4 years, hindi pa rin na naayos. Sometimes kasi if it's too cheap, wala rin market who will buy that. Kasi yung market na nandun, maybe they also cannot afford it. So, may ganun din. You want to make sure you're targeting your clientele na can afford. Wag na wag tayong mabablindside na ang mura eh. Binili ko na, sir, kasi ang mura yung pala. Nakalimutan natin yung product. People are asking me, Carl, na-affect ba yung rental market over the pandemic? The answer is yes. Definitely na-affect. Kasi biglang nag-stop yung movement eh. So guys, I'm teaching you how to analyze the market. Nag-stop yung movement ng tao. So, if you're vacant for 2 years, pandemic. But if you are leased out, most likely, your tenant, if you don't get BS, di sila alis. They will happily stay in your unit. That's why in my 6 steps to renting out your condo, the last advice is taking care of your tenant. Huwag natin kakalimutan, it's not all about the money. It's not all about na once you get the check, you don't take care of your tenant.
Sir, if I don't have enough capital, kasi sabi nyo nga po, di ba kanina, properties, that may excess money. Sa tingin nyo po ba, good ba mag-invest sa REIT to be my second option?
REITs is not a property product eh. REIT is like a stock market product kasi you don't own the property. So personally, I'm not a fan of REITs, but I've heard of friends who got REITs and they were able to do well with some of the REITs. That's how I see REITs. Kung konti lang yung pera mo, then it's okay, I guess. Habang pinapalaki mo yung pera, it's good for learning. Kasi once na bumili ka ng REITs, you start to get yourself accustomed to what's happening in the office market. So I guess from that point of view, learning, it's okay. The biggest strength kasi of property is the jackpot component. Sabi nga ng aking kaibigan si Floy of TGFI, di ba? Safe investment, you have emergency investment, you have cash flow investment, then you have your jackpot investment. Meron ka dapat investment na pwedeng mag 10x, pwedeng mag 50x down the road. Sabi nga ni Rex Mendoza real estate, yung pinaka-weakness niya, it's not liquid. Di ba, hindi mo siya madaling i-dispose when you want to. But if you think about it, it can be an advantage. Because it's not so easy to sell, you hold on to it for 20, 30 years.
Sir Carl, meron tayong super final question from, ito na yung pinaka-last from the audience. Singit ko lang, kahit basahin ko na lang.
Habol.
So from Irina, so sabi niya, hi Sir Carl, if someone used their home as their collateral sa utang nila sa amin, pero di na nabayaran, ano po yung mga steps o yung mga process na need namin gawin?
Unfortunately, that's how life works. No? Tumulong ka na lang, tumulong kay Irina, eventually, mapapasama pa tayo. But, if there is kasulatan, then okay, that's good, step 1, di ba? If nakaslagay naman dun sa kasulatan na if they are not able to pay, you are down the new owners. That's number 1. That's good. Number 2, if the person will honor it without a struggle, you pass number 2. Siyempre, hindi naman palagi, guys, na yung kabila will acknowledge it. They will not all the time acknowledge. They're freely returning the property to you. That's why yung word na automatic ba, yun yung medyo delikado, Paolo. If tayo naman yung nakakaangat sa buhay, we always extend kindness. Diba? If we are financially up in life, we extend kindness. Sometimes, there will be no logic to it. Parang hindi mo makonect na parang, tama ba to? It doesn't sound right. So, we extend kindness. Meaning, if we are about to, kunwari, get this property from another person, make sure lang na we give them a soft landing. Either you give them some financial money for them to be able to move on with their life. Never put them out na talagang gipit na gipit sila. And I always say na in negotiations, never push somebody up against the wall na wala silang exit. If they're pushed up against the wall at wala silang exit, they'll be forced to fight you back.